All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all, I just got done running, so I'm gonna be a little bit winded here, man. I'm trying to catch my breath, but I just wanted to come back here and do my real quick pick for the big fight tonight, Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. I meant to do it yesterday, man, but look, you know how it is, man. So I'm coming back with my quick pick. You know, the fight night doesn't start for another 8 hours, so let me get it in. Man. UFC 261, the main event. This rematch here between Stipe and Francis, my big question is how much improvements has Francis made? You know, how much has he really improved since his last fight out with Stipe? How much has he learned? You know, he went on a back-to-back losing streak, you know, to Stipe, then Francis Ngannou, then he bounced back on a 3-fight knockout streak, and you know, since then, you know, he's been, you know, climbing his way back, working hard. You know, he's linked up with Usman, you know, not too long ago, but recently, you know, trying to, you know, tighten up on some things. But I'm still on the fence, man. Like, I think that Stipe is just too much of a well-rounded fighter. And if you go back and look at the last fight, a lot of people said there was a lot of scary moments in there for Stipe where he was hurt. But man, I watched that fight again, you know, just a night ago, and I went back and looked at it last night. And you know, Stipe, he pretty much controlled the whole fight. You know, there was maybe like one scare in round 1 and another in round 3 where Francis Ngannou caught him with a couple good right hands. But other than that, like, Stipe knew what to do in trouble. And that's a part of being a complete fighter. Like, when you know how to roll with the punch, or if you eat a big shot, you got to know how to go on the defense and protect yourself. You know, that's a part of being a well-rounded fighter, getting the hell out of there. You know, and he was able to do that as soon as he got clipped with that one of those overhand rights in the first round and in the third round. And he did like boxers do. You know, he knew how to eat a shot, and if he's hurt, he knew how to hold. And the best part about MMA is, like, when you hold, you can take a guy down. See, in boxing, you just got to hold on for dear life until you get your legs back. But at least in MMA, you know, Stipe, he would go in for that underhook clinch, and he'd go in for the takedown, and he would just take Francis for that ride. You know, he would just get on top of him, put all of that weight on him, you know, put every bit of his weight on Francis Ngannou, when Francis Ngannou was just gassed at the end of the first round. So it's really hard for me to see Stipe eating a big shot and just getting put to sleep. I mean, anything can happen. You know, I mean, Francis Ngannou does have that puncher's chance throughout a whole 5-round fight. But it's going to be tough, man. I mean, real quick, keys to victory for Stipe this go-around, just beat him from the first fight. You know, smother the offense, fight on the inside, ground. Just take it to the ground and use that beautiful straight jab and the straight right hand. Just use straight right hands and counter right hands over the jab of Francis Ngannou. When Francis Ngannou throws out that lazy left jab, come over the top with the right hand and just be the counter puncher, you know, set traps. So basically, he just got to do what he did in the first fight. As far as Francis Ngannou, he's got to be prepared for a 5-round fight, you know, and he just can't throw loopy shots. That's his problem. Like, I went back and studied his punching style and just how he's always so used to just being like a hooker in there. You know, he's got to be straight. He's got to be a straight shooter down the pipe. I mean, when he threw those straight jabs to the chin of Stipe, they would connect. You know, every now and then the overhand right would land. But if he would just commit to a good, precise, accurate, straight right hand down the pipe, he could probably knock Stipe out this go-round. So just keep his punches straight. Keep the punches straight. Keep the pressure on him. And make sure your takedown defense is on 100 or near 100 this go-round. Or as soon as Stipe gets in, tries to get you in the clinch, you got the counter. You got the counter, reverse him, press him to the fence, and you got to be able to work knees in the clinch, and you got to work in there. You just can't hold. You got to work the body. You got to try to break off with elbows, you know. So counter with dirty boxing. You know, counter with dirty boxing, but don't try to get yourself all winded in the first 2-3 rounds, you know, for Francis Ngannou. So pace yourself, don't get wild, more straight shots, and look to close the show. You know, you got to be a calculated puncher, and you just can't be a wild puncher and think you can just shut it down at any moment against Stipe. Stipe is very methodical, so you got to close the show in a very methodical, educated punching style manner. You know, you got to break him down, man, and always keep him on the back foot and keep that range. But with that being said, man, my pick, I want to see Francis Ngannou win just because I want to see that style matched up with John Jones. You know, and I just like the style of Francis Ngannou. I like the style of Stipe, too, because that's the educated approach to fighting. You know, he's very smart. You know, he knows how to break a guy down and make adjustments in there. You know, he's a hard worker as well. I want to see Francis Ngannou pull it out, But I can see, I think my pick, I'm going to have to lean towards Stipe. You know, I think he could do it by decision this time or submission, honestly, man. Like, I'm just being honest after seeing, you know, what happened in that first fight where it was just so lopsided and, you know, where he's to win the guy out. I know Francis Ngannou's kind of leaned up just a little bit. You know, he's been working on the cardio, but we'll see how much is improved. I mean, I'm always leaving that puncher's chance open. You know, the knockout could come, but I think Stipe, he might be able to do it once again. You know, fan pick is Francis Ngannou. But, you know, just by, like, analysis pick, I think Stipe, he'll probably pull it out again, man, just by, you know, grabbing Francis by the hand, taking him into deep waters, you know. So I'm just being honest, man. So, yeah, that's my pick. Analysis pick is going with Stipe, man. But, yeah, guys, who do y'all got? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.